pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Recognition of visitors. I see none. So I think we can jump down to number 3, consent items. Approval of minutes from the December 16, 2025 meeting as presented.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to abstain since I did not attend.
Okay,
That's right. 3.
so it'll be 3. Okay, 5. All right, moving on to personnel recommendations. Any changes? This looks like what was in the packet.
No, this is what you guys have, is what was in the packet.
Okay, any questions? Can I get a motion to approve the personnel recommendations as presented?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4. So we got 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the financial report. Anything?
No, I mean, it's a pretty normal month, from a financial standpoint. Couple of bigger, like, payments that went out. We had H&T, did a job for us here at the elementary with updating our lighting, something that really needed to be done. And then our Lau Associates payment, that's our financial services, our doc delivery, our newest attendance on demand. So part of that was like the setup payment as well. We split that into a 2-year deal instead of paying it all up front. So that's why that payment was larger. But other than that, pretty normal. No fund transfer this month. And just a heads up, January, the month that we are in, is a 3 pay period month. So February's financials will be a little inflated because of that.
The Lau thing, is that also part of the school lunch thing? Is that part of the thing?
No,
Is
that
separate?
Heartland is separate, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Just a quick, I'm sure it's been there before. And this has to do with I don't know if it's a separation or whatever the proper term is, but I noticed in the bill, there was purchases for concession stand material.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that, isn't the concession stand under the athletic department?
Correct.
So how does that because I know the athletic department has its own finance
Right.
accounting, if you will.
What specifically?
I don't remember the items there. I just noticed they were for concession stand.
But they still have to go through the school corporation, so
Well,
their
some things
accounts,
still go.
their accounts would be held either over there or here, somewhere.
Right, yeah. I don't.
I just noticed under the breakdown in here, there was items purchased for the concession stands. I don't know what the detail was. They're not a lot of money. It's just I was wondering how the books were separate, the accounting was separated. Because I thought you said that
They are.
athletic
I'd have to
department-
see. I guess I don't fully know what
let me see
what
if I
we're
can write it
referencing to.
it was.
We get water sometimes if that's a thing.
Yeah, just
but
it was
that's-
minor items.
Yeah.
Not the cost. It's just I was curious on how that accounting was separated.
Mhm.
If we, if you will, bill the athletic department for those items and then
Yeah,
sell them and generate the revenue.
Yeah,
and
so
keep that.
usually how it operates is either Mike has all of his athletics funds there at the school,
Yeah.
through the school. Bianca handles a lot of that with Mike. But then if there's something that we need to purchase, because there's times when the corporation has to purchase it, or vice versa, then we either reimburse athletics or athletics will reimburse us.
Okay.
So
Cause I tried to look for some of that and I didn't see
yeah,
that.
there's kind of a two-way road there, so.
Okay.
There's almost like a ledger transfer.
Yeah, and that's the financial system. I keep track of it in there too. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Cause I don't, on the paperwork that you provide us,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't notice any, items that, for example, Mr. Sarkozy would purchase, correct?
Are
Those
you talking about,
items that
in there, we have the credit card, the Visa bill,
maybe
and
that's
that
where I
is, so you
saw
see
it.
the high school, so the credit cards are separated out. There's 5 cards. There's a corporation, high school, elementary, tech, and maintenance. And so if Mike,
I think it was in here, I don't.
if we purchase something
Yeah, concession
for,
stand information right there.
is it that?
Yeah, where it's like broken down. for middle
Yeah,
school.
and
Yeah,
so like that's
right
on,
there.
That's the color coordinator.
that's the credit card bill.
Okay.
And so it's broken down by card, and like I said, there's 5 cards. So there's a high school card that's specifically for high school / middle school, the junior, senior high.
That's probably where it was.
That's what, so if Mike purchases things for the concession stand that the credit card needs to be used, they use the high school card. But that is all distributed and done up here. So
Okay, you separated it out.
I pay each card through, cause I'm the
account,
card
that's what
holder
it was.
on the account, and so then the high school card gets paid out of the high school fund at the bank. The corp card gets paid from the corporation fund at the bank.
And then-
Maintenance, elementary is elementary card
Okay.
from the bank, or elementary fund from the bank. And then we separate it out up here and then send the high school, hey, this is what you need to put into your system that you spent last month using the high school credit card.
Or the
This,
credit
and
card.
this, yeah, this, and this comes out of athletics, this comes out of
High
student
school
council.
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that is, so that spreadsheet is the credit card spreadsheet.
So then the athletic department then reimburse that account?
We don't, if it's with the high school card, that is, they're using their funds, there's no reimbursement going through. Cause we are taking it right out of their
Okay.
account.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was trying to find out where that kind of was paid, I just didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's why I had questions, thank you.
Any other questions? If none, can I get a motion to approve the payroll and vendor claims in the amount of $1,396,930.35?
I'll make that motion.
So, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Moving on to action items. Appointment of the North Judson Wayne Township Public Library Board Member.
Yeah, and that will be, we do this every year, and it's Jack Reinbold.
Okay.
No, excuse me, I
No,
think it
they got
is
changed.
Did it get changed from
Aaron
Jack?
Shia.
Oh, sorry, yep, it's Jack
Oh, there.
Reinbold to,
She's up there.
yep,
he's
Aaron
down
Shia, so,
Aaron
sorry
Shia.
about that.
Aaron Shia.
Yeah.
Yep,
Now, is that the one that works uptown?
She's the, she works in the
Assistant.
town,
Yeah,
thing, helping
Water.
Andrew.
okay, yes,
I'm sorry,
that's
who is it?
who I.
She used to work at the library, but now
Aaron
she's.
Shia.
Erin Chaya, she's a fairly recent graduate.
Okay, I didn't see it on the letter attachment
No, I
there.
call,
The name wasn't
I
attached.
Yeah.
talked to Carly
Carly
about
about it,
who
okay.
is this, who's going to be replacing, so.
Okay, that makes sense.
and I'll need you to sign this, Cameron, afterwards.
Okay. So can I get a motion to approve Aaron
Shia,
as the North Judson Wayne Township Public Library Board Member?
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Sheila, can I get a second?
I'll second.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to B, approval of the 2026-2027 school calendar.
Yeah, so Mr. Orcus and Mr. Gap and myself, we all got together on it. We made no additional changes since you saw it last month.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the 2026-2027 school calendar as presented? Oh, Sonny, go ahead.
Just curious, I assume the, I don't know if the student or teachers agreement, union or whoever,
Yeah,
did they,
Mr. Gappa takes it.
Yeah.
everybody signs off on that from
Yeah.
that perspective?
Yep,
Okay,
that's correct.
okay, sure.
Okay, can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Well, I guess I should say it this way. The majority of them are fine with it. They have the opportunity to weigh in and give input, but there might be some of them that would, I'm sure there's a couple that wish we had a 2-week spring break instead of 1, but the majority likes the 1.
Okay, and we're all in
I
agreement.
just want to be accurate with my answer to you.
Thank you,
Yep.
thank you.
So I got David, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Sheila, all in favor?
Aye.
Item C, approval of field trips.
We have 2 field trips coming up, and one is with, is it DECA? DECA?
DECA.
That is the group through our marketing business classes. Theirs is an overnight field trip, so it needs board approval. And then our 7th graders are set to go to the Museum of Science and Industry. That being out of state, it needs board approval.
Okay. Can I get a
Motion.
yeah, sorry. Draw blank. Bear with me, first time doing this. Can I get a motion to approve the field trips as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a Sunny? Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
And all in favor?
Aye.
And passes. Item D, approval of monetary donations.
Yeah, we had several here this month. Good Oil continues their Roundup program. Again, I feel like I'm always saying this because we always are, but we're thankful for that. This time we received 2 checks from them, both for swim. So you can see each a little over $800 there for swim. Teresa Roy donated to athletics, Mark Cook to lunch accounts, and then Main Street Floral to middle school student council.
A couple questions. One, the 2 for $800 from Good, is that just out of the North Judson store? Do we know? Or is that, do they like
Good question.
do they like take all the stores and then like divvy it up between the, just a question.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure. I would think it would just be in our community, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
always
sure
a lot of pennies.
That's a,
That's
I mean, is that,
rounding up.
is that two, is
That's
that
the case.
2 months worth or?
Right.
Curious. I mean, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
was just curious how, because
Yeah.
if that's just North Judson, that's huge.
that, and I could again, like
I'm
I
with
said,
you. I'm
not
curious about it too.
100%, but I was always like, it is the one because like the Winnemac one does stuff
Just
for
there and
Yeah,
wherever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's awesome. That's,
So maybe it is 2 months worth from, you think, from there?
yeah, they run them for. They have set periods that they run them for.
And I know I've asked the question before, but we send a thank you note somehow, or
Oh,
does
yeah.
the swim team do that, or does the office do that, or?
Mr. Sharkozy, I know for sure, make sure
Yeah.
that gets taken care of from his office.
Okay.
The individual teams, I would have to double check on.
That's fine, just make sure we thank them for that very nice donation.
Yep.
How did the lunch accounts donations work? Does it just go to like whatever's negative? Is it?
Yeah,
is that
usually,
good?
excuse me, usually when people donate towards lunch accounts, sometimes they specify, but then to your point, yeah, it's like negative, or the kids that need it kind of goes towards their accounts.
Sure.
So kind of a 2-step, but sometimes people specify like, hey, I want it to just go for these people that need it, or go ahead and clear out some negative accounts.
Okay.
So.
that was gonna be my question. I was just curious, how, do we have a bunch right now that are trailing negative? Like starting the year, or, I was just curious,
I
or
don't-
starting the semester?
I don't think we have too many. I'd have to double check with Nancy Hubbard. Usually they kind of, when the year, like last year, so when they kind of start going away, or they would pay them off, and so, but we still do always have a handful of them.
Sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it doesn't like set aside till the end of the year to just go towards negative. It can either be specified by whoever's donating it, or it goes to where the largest
Or,
need
yeah,
is.
kind of sit in a
Yeah.
pot and
Yep.
wait, and then we can
And the year ends and there's
Yeah.
plenty
take
of-
care of all of them.
That's a really good way to do it. Generous.
Awesome. Any other questions? Alright, can I get a motion to approve the monetary donations as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Sheila, can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Item 5, discussion topics.
The wellness plan I put in there because in our food service department, the two Nancys, as I like to call them, Nancy Hubbard and Nancy Fort, are going through a springtime audit. And so with their audit, it's a lot of, policy and how do you guys handle the food service department, generally speaking, not just from a financial standpoint. So we needed to have, there's been no changes to the wellness policy. It's on our website. We just needed to get it in front of you guys and have you have an opportunity to look at it. So do you have any questions or thoughts about it?
Go back to the audit. Who's doing the audit?
So the food service, Nancy Fort and Nancy Hubbard.
Oh, they do their
Well,
own
they're
audit.
kind of the lead.
So it's not outside.
They're being audited.
They're being audited by the state,
Okay.
yeah.
Is that an annual thing
Child
or a semester
nutrition
thing or?
It's not,
It's different, they have like kind of multiple audits, but, 2 years.
it's more,
is kind of that.
typically it's every
Typically
2
like
years.
mine, It's every 2 years.
Yeah.
Does the local health inspector come around and
They
audit
do
that
get,
component
they
of it,
get
or?
visits that side of it too, to make sure the kitchen is being run properly.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't expect a problem.
And then the,
Well, 2 years, it's not like a lot for a food service.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the visits from the health department are different than actually the wellness plan where you're looking
Yeah.
at a lot of what food are we serving and
Mhm.
how is that affecting the diet of our
Right.
children? You
Okay.
know, are we meeting the dietary standards for kids their age? That type of thing.
Yeah.
I did hear some news about that they're, I don't know where it came from, about offering milk or something like that, and I said, what do you mean, we didn't offer milk before?
Yeah. I
And then
think it's a recent-
more, I guess, vegetable related versus
Yeah.
whatever else we offered?
It's been back in the news again, there's some, looking at some more, dietary changes,
So I assume that's kind of a
Yeah,
flux in.
carbs, fats,
Whole milk as
proteins.
opposed to 2%. Our school does 2%. Some people think we should also have whole. Some people think we should have no fat milk. So I think 2% is a nice, it's
Okay.
good. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
I'll get on and read that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, so it's first reading on that, so we don't, yeah. And then, I don't know if on the masonry alternative building, Don sent us, looked like, we got an email today that had questions
Yeah,
from the
so,
bidders and went back out to all the
Drainage type
Yeah.
questions and stuff like that.
yeah, plumbing stuff, yeah, there was questions from the bidders to the engineer, basically, and then he went, I think Don went through and
And
answered.
responded to them all.
Yeah, responded to all of them. There was a couple in there just to bring up, it was about the sewer hookup and water hookups. Just so the board knows who's gonna pay for that. Don did reach out to me, I told him, I said, I would just tell him that this corporation will pay the town, whatever that is, if there is, if the
If there's
town
a
even
charge, yeah.
charges us, I said, we'll just cover that, so that was in there. But outside of that, everything was all just, kinda, I guess, what I call design questions,
Yeah,
and material recommendation questions.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I think it was alright, so
And then the bid
it's due Friday,
plus, yeah.
yep,
so we should have
this Friday.
a full package price
Yep, next time
Friday.
we get together, yeah, so when we get that information, I'll email it out to
Yeah.
everybody, so you can start seeing some numbers and
Okay.
get some more dialogue going on that.
Moving on, I guess, superintendent's report,
Yeah.
I guess that, I don't know if that covered both of it.
Let me, what else did I want to?
Well, there's the Board of Finance meeting, I don't know if that's,
That's after,
After.
yes, yeah, I think
Yeah.
Kelly's got a,
that's next thing out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to update you that our masonry program, for this spring, when the weather breaks, They've got a couple potential projects coming up that they're, dip their toe in the water on doing some projects. One, I don't have a lot of detail on. Doug had connected them with the town, so the town has a project in mind that they might want our masonry students to do a little bit of concrete work on. And then we've got a possible collaboration with our building trades program that is housed at Culver Community Schools. They're in need of getting their dugouts redone. So between their building trades, we will send our masonry group over in a short bus. Masonry instructor will drive them over, and they'll do some of the block work for that this spring. So be kind of a neat collaboration.
So, has there been talks like with the masonry thing to potentially get into doing like the actual foundation work for like the houses and stuff that trades are doing? I'm just curious.
It is.
I don't know if that was talked about, but
As his numbers of students grow, and he grows into having second year kids who have a little bit more
experience, right?
Then we want to start to generate a little income to grow a pot of money for that to be more of a self-sustaining group. That's basically how building trades works. When they build
Is that how that works? So when they sell that house,
they make a little bit of markup.
right?
It's still a better deal for the homeowner, but there's a little bit of income generated to that group. So that's kind of the long-range plan for our masonry too.
Has the population in the masonry group changed any?
No, we're sitting at 8 kids,
Okay.
8 or 9 kids, I believe, is where we're at. Yeah,
When do we start hearing about the other schools that they're gonna send anybody? Do you know?
we're in that season right
Yeah.
now. So I've got reassurance that all the area schools are pushing that for us, advertising, talking to kids. So get those numbers growing. And then just this afternoon, Mr. Orcus, Nick Radke, and I met with on our science renovations. We had our pre-construction meeting, just the initial. Now that we've initiated the project manager and representative Lancer architect, the 5 of us got together just to talk about logistics. Where can they put their dumpster? Where can we stage materials? That sort of thing. That project will begin as soon as we get kids out. So we're shooting for May 26th to start demo as soon as kids are out of the building. They'll get on that project with the targeted end date to be August 1st, so before the start of the school year.
So is just out of curiosity, is our contract then with Lancer, or do we have a contract with L&D?
I believe all of our contract
It was just
is
with
through Lancer,
Okay, that's how.
correct?
Well, all of the architect work and all of that is with Lancer, but we have our separate
Contract with. Okay.
L&D, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we pay them directly then for actually the
Yeah.
construction,
Yep,
if you will.
yep.
And
I
then
will pay,
Lancer's.
they will send, L&D will send affidavits to me and then I will pay to them.
That's right.
I couldn't remember if it
It's
was
similar.
through Lancer.
That's how we did with Brown and Brown. It's very similar. We had Fannie Howie with them. Fannie Howie did all that stuff and had the meetings, but then I would pay Brown and Brown directly.
Right.
But I would also have to pay Fannie Howie too
Right.
for their services.
Anything else?
That was it.
Old business? Anything? I think there is. I guess we'll skip down to other, and if nothing, recognition of visitors, there are none. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:25?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
David, Sheila seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4-0. Now, do I run this one or is it?
Yeah.
Is it, okay,
Yeah, you
sure.
still run through that
That was
list.
a different.
Do we need to?
Call to order.
Yeah, just call it to order.
Just go ahead.
I didn't know, is this still?
Yeah, yeah, we've got live stream.
Alright, I'll call the Board of Finance meeting to order at 6:26. Can I get a motion for the election of president for the Board of Finance? Which,
Well, should we
I
nominate
guess we need to nominate somebody, sorry. You're right.
In the past, we've always kept the same, so if Doug, president,
Right,
I
Sheila,
nominate Doug as the president.
I guess I can't,
Second
second,
nomination.
okay.
Okay, so now we
So
do the
Doug,
election.
yes, so it's, Doug will stay as president.
Okay, we nominated, now we need to vote.
Yes, now we need a motion. Can I get a motion to elect Doug as president of the finance board?
I make that motion.
Okay, Sheila. Can I get a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4. Okay. Nomination for secretary of the finance board, I believe. Sheila,
So I'll
I
make,
guess Sonny
I'll
or
nominate
David.
Sheila.
Okay, Sonny nominate Sheila. Accept.
I
Okay.
accept it.
David,
make-
second it.
yes.
Okay. We got Sheila.
Nomination.
Now, for the nomination, now I need a motion.
I'll make them, go
Wait,
ahead.
do you make the motion?
You go ahead and make the motion.
I'll make the
Okay,
motion.
David will make the motion.
Yeah.
I'll second the motion.
Sonny will second it. Sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
I should abstain, right?
That's 3, yeah.
Yes,
Just 3.
that's right.
Thank you for bearing with me on that.
Doing a great
No
job.
problem.
Keep it up.
We're working through
It's a
it,
once a
we're working
year
through it.
Right? Okay, approval of the depository bank.
Yeah, so we do this in December, but we also need kind of that annual approval in this meeting. So it's a little bit redundant, but it's necessary for the Board of Finance meeting. So not changing, still with First National Bank of Monterey. So we're continuing that long-standing relationship with them.
Is it over right now, or did,
No, we still have, another year or two with them.
With
I think we just did that last year. with
okay,
them.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, so we still got, before we do the next RFP.
Okay.
Just a point of order, I guess. The minutes here show I recommend continuing First National Bank. Who is I? Is that you or is that Kelly? I mean, who makes the recommendation?
Probably, it's
I
probably.
was gonna say, it probably should be you.
He's
Yes.
telling me what he thinks.
I'm consulting
Yeah.
Kelly to continue with First
That's right.
National Bank, and so
Perfect,
he
thank
is.
Yep.
Okay. I'll make that motion that we go off their recommendation.
Okay,
No,
so we got Sonny. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
David, can I get a vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4.
That's 4-0.
Yep. Alright. Approval of mileage reimbursement rate and forms.
Yeah, so the form is always the same, we use the state form, that we've always used, and we always go with the IRS rate, which has been increasing, and so now it is at 72.5 cents.
I heard it was 50.
2.5 cents from 2025, so, mileage rate, 72.5 cents.
Can I get a motion to approve the mileage and reimbursement rate?
I'll make
I'll make
it. Go ahead. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Sonny, and then we got Sheila. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes for it. School finance condition report.
Yeah, so I'll start off here, we also have the DUAG report, as it's called, but just a couple other things that we need to discuss, but interest earned from the bank in 2025, we've continued to have very good interest earned. So you can see $524,332.78 for 2025, and all interest earned, because you guys approved this resolution last month as well, but all interest earned is receipted into the operations fund. So that helps out operations a lot. Which that is, just a little bit down from 2024. 2024 was 549. But still, extremely grateful for that number and that relationship we have with First National Bank of Monterey. We wouldn't have that without them.
What's the average daily balance?
Daily goes monthly. Our monthly balances are like 40-ish. So you can divide that out by day.
That's like 5%.
So, but yeah, so you can see interest investment report. Very good.
So is there really, so I guess, is there anything?
And that will, and just so,
motion that we need to make?
No.
Because it's just a statement, right? So,
once we go through the whole report, then you guys make a motion on the report presented.
okay.
But, and just FYI too, so that interest rate for 2026, you will see that decrease. So when we do this next year, that will go down just because the rates
Rates are
have
going.
came down.
Is that a negotiated rate that you do?
So.
Or is that something they just say, here's our standard rate and take it away?
Yes, not negotiated, but when, the negotiation part is when we do the RFPs and they come in and say, this is what we can do as far as interest rate. But then they always tell us, so like Candace Miller at the bank emailed me and Kelly, towards the end of December, they get that rate and they are always, they're able to go a little bit. They have a formula, I don't want to butcher on how to explain it, but, and they say, this is what your rate is for 2026, and we're locked in for that for the entire year. It doesn't fluctuate.
She did, before that, I think in October, November, she comes and meets with us
Yep.
in person here and kind of gives us, here's what it's looking like, so you can see what's on the horizon. This is where we anticipate the interest rates going.
Mm-hmm.
So the rate was set at the end of December.
Yeah, when they have it usually. It sometimes they have it like kind of before holidays or like between right after Christmas, but this one they got right at the end, and so I think it was like the 30th, 29th or 30th. She emailed us and said, this was your rate for 2026. So
Yeah, I don't remember, so like when we set that contract up with them, I think it's the 2-year contract,
Mhm.
right? Do they give us a projection on that, kind of what the anticipation is year over year? I don't remember.
not
That's why I'm
really,
asking.
just because they kind of do for like the coming year projections.
But the second year.
But say it's so hard with what the feds do, that it's so hard to project out that farther out than a year.
That's not tied to the money market, is it?
I mean, it's all dependent on what the feds do and drop and your mortgage rates, your interest rates, your CDs, yeah.
Higher than the normal, I would guess, but.
Slightly.
Yeah, that's what they're able to
When
do,
you're talking about that kind of money,
Oh, yeah.
basis
Very good
points
number.
above what the rates are.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so moving on, this is, like I said earlier, the DUAB report. This is that financial condition report that the state kind of has for us, but you can see our ADM numbers. You can see the bar graph, so each of these will have graphs, but for the purpose of this one, we put the actual numbers up there. So you can see fall 24, 918, spring of 25, 892. So I mean, we dropped quite a bit there. But then I put this on there for your guys's because the graph only goes from 24 to 25. But then you can see that fall of 25, we regained everything basically. So yeah.
We don't have that.
In our job, how many of those, just out of curiosity, do we know how many of those are like midterm graduations? Like compared to like
A
just
few.
people leaving?
There's a few of those, there's a number of those single digits.
Okay.
Brian and I might have talked,
Yeah.
maybe 5.
Yeah, I know Brian has said in the past that, you might have a handful of mid-year graduates that affect that number,
Yeah.
but it's nothing major.
Yeah, It can be a handful of expulsions, which again, we've added more layers in the net to try to catch more of those kids and find alternate placements. So we can mitigate that a little bit better.
Yeah, but you can see, I mean, the bar graph is good because in a world and an age where ADM decreases every year, yeah, ours is decreasing all the way back from 2015, but we're pretty fortunate that the decrease hasn't been significant over the last three, 4, yeah, 5 years.
If every time, if we look up there and continue to see something that keeps us near and slightly above 900, we should all be very happy.
Because next year when we do this again, you're gonna see the bar graph, and from 25, 26, I mean, you're gonna be just about even instead of a tick down, so, which is a very good thing. That's a win. That's definitely not a loss, that's a win.
Yeah.
So then fund balances, this is very, very good. The opposite of ADM, where that decreases, these are very much increasing, and so that is something very good to have in our case. And so you can see the yellow up there is operations, and that kind of orangey color is education. So, and then blue, is that blue? Yeah. Capital funds, debt, you've got rainy day, state funds, so.
Just a question.
Local funds.
Is there ever a time where the state comes in and audits this and they look at our operations fund and see the
amount? Yeah.
and potentially like reduce fund? I mean, I'm just asking, I don't know if that's something that could happen or would happen.
Not really, because the biggest thing with operations is not state funded.
Right.
It's all local funded or fund transfers that I pull out of education. And so they can't, I don't want to say can, the state can.
Yeah. No, I know, I wanted to make sure I couldn't remember if there was anything.
But keep in mind, as you look at that, what we're most likely looking at is the crescendo. You know, we just talked about the, when you got an SB1, we're not gonna see those impacts yet, and we just got done talking about this nice, healthy interest rate we've had is gonna be trending down.
Yeah.
So we'll start to see a little bit more balancing out of this. So what we've done there for a number of years now has put us in a more comfortable position than a lot of other schools.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, and with operations not being as heavily funded as the other ones, education, it is always better to have cushion in that. That's operations is one I kind of keep a really close eye on because of that reason. Because teachers get paid from the education fund. Anything that deals with student, interaction is education. But we still have a lot of employees that get paid out of operations. A lot of times the school couldn't operate without the people we pay in that. So it's good to have that number.
Yeah, that cushion can go surprisingly fast.
Yep.
And you've heard me say this before, but the big one that keeps me up at night is worried about that swimming pool and keeping that thing going. There's nothing about it that's cheap.
And then the last report we have here is our deficit surplus. And so, you can see all the way back in 2015, our deficit was negative, basically. We're good ways up there.
Was 15 when they were considering a referendum? Is that time
When
frame?
was the attempt was made right around there, maybe before that. A couple of years prior to that, 12, 13, 14-ish.
Yeah, 15 though was kind of that
15 was the reckoning.
reckoning.
From losing
turning point,
the
basically.
referendum.
Yeah.
say, that's a radical change in 10 years. That's awesome.
Pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's basically all the reports, that's our finance condition report, you can see that, our condition is healthy. We're fortunate here, so.
So are we accepting the report? That's what we're doing, right? Okay.
Yep.
So can I get a motion to accept the finance condition report?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Sheila. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. And can I get a motion to adjourn at 6:41?
I'll make that motion.
Sheila.
I'll second.
Sonny. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes.
Right.